On the 21st day of July in the year 2025, behind the solid walls of Labour Party National Secretariat, a meeting of consequence began, a gathering not just of political stakeholders, but of men and women who carry the future of Nigeria on their shoulders. This wasn't just any meeting, it was the National Executive Council meeting of the Labour Party, a defining moment, a line drawn in the sand.
I do so. The motion that next should be called for the next meeting. Thank you.
My name is Barrister Callistus Jagwan, State Chairman, Labour Party, Imo State. With profound humility, I wish to second the motion heavily moved by my colleague from Kano for the NEC to commence. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, sir, having put the motion on notice for the proceeding of this NEC meeting, may I seek the indulgence and approval of NEC to allow the national chairman to proceed and read the communique of the meeting as agreed by NEC members. May I seek members to second this motion? Those who second the motion should say aye. Aye. Those who do not should say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Labour Party. Labour Party.
So why things are difficult?
Labour Party.
What is happening here? If I leave my camera on the phone, you leave your camera. I'm not leaving it.
Labour Party is our motto. Nigeria go better when Labour Party come dey rule.
One more time.
Labour Party is our own. Labour Party is our motto. Nigeria go better when Labour Party come dey rule.
Labour Party.
Forward ever.
Forward ever.
Backward never.
Thank you and God bless you. Please be seated. I want to seize this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of the vice presidential candidate of our party in the 2023 general election, Dr. Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed, to the House and to this NEC meeting. I also want to quickly
Rumors are spread, photos circulated widely, a picture of the national chairman Barrister Julius Abure with the Federal Capital Territory Minister Onyesun Wike. The nation bruised with questions. Had lines been crossed? Was the leadership compromised? Was the foundation shaken? But inside the whole, clarity called through confusion. The national chairman, Julius Abure, addressed the issue head-on. With calm precision and resolute voice, he said, "I reside in the Federal Capital Territory. The FCT minister resides here as well. That meeting was private, nothing more, nothing political, nothing clandestine." The explanation was clear, measured and final. No more speculation, no more distraction. The chairman set the record straight.
For us to put the record straight in respect, firstly, because of the meeting, purported NEC meeting that was called last week Friday by the governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Uti.
wherein they try to or renamed the illegal caretaker committee that was created some time ago in Abia State. Ordinarily, you wouldn't have responded to it, but because of the media attention that it attracted, and that's why we decided that it is good for us to speak mildly and put the records very, very straight. I also want to quickly, before I read the resolution adopted by this year, to also make very few clarifications. Last week, I had a photograph shot with the FCT minister, and it attracted a lot of comments, a lot of misconception, a lot of talk about the photograph. And I said,
please, the people at the back, please, can you help us maintain silence there?
And now that we have this privilege of convening this meeting, it's an opportunity for me to make some very few remarks. I want to say, firstly, and very clearly, that I'm in Nigeria. I live in FCT, and Nyesom Wike is the FCT minister. I have a right as a Nigerian to interface and interact with anybody, with any government officer in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The meeting is privileged and therefore was purely a private meeting. I also want to quickly say clearly that we have paid our dues in Labour Party. We have nurtured this party for many years, and by the grace of God, today the party has become one of the biggest political party in Nigeria under my watch. And I want to say that in my honor, I cannot compromise the integrity, the program, the ideology that this party represents. We'll continue to defend the program of the party. We'll continue to defend the ideology, the constitution, and the interest of the party. Wherever you see me, be rest assured that it is to protect and defend the interest of this party. The interest of this party cannot be compromised for any reason under my watch. Some of us are not just doing the talk. We have walked the talk. And I'm sure you saw that play out in the 2023 general election. Under our watch, the party became the biggest. That's never happened in the history of this country. We made it to come about. It was under our watch. And therefore, we are ready to continue to promote the party. We are ready to continue to defend it. We are ready to continue to nurture it. We'll continue to promote it. We believe very strongly that Labour Party is the only party that is different from all others. And we have continued to show that very, very clearly. And I want to assure you that we continue to drive that process. Labour Party will still be different, and we are capable.
But then, a presence that changed everything. A man whose absence has fueled debates, Dr. Datti Yusuf Ahmed, the Labour Party vice presidential candidate of 2023 general elections, walked into the room, not with fanfare, but with purpose. He took the microphone the room quiet, and with a voice calm but firm, he delivered what can only be called a reaffirmation of identity. He said, "I am a son of the Labour Party. This is my home. I have not left. I will not leave. Peter Gregory Obi will not leave. My principal will not leave. Our commitment remains here. Our loyalty is unshaken." The hall erupted, not in applause, but in relief. A collective exhale. The rumors had been put to rest. Datti has returned. He went further, offering contest to another issue. His recent appearance at a meeting hosted by African Democratic Congress, ADC. He explained, "Yes, I honored an invitation for a coalition meeting. I listened, I observed, but it quietly became clear from the principle we had during the 2023 coalition, and so I pulled back. The idea of a coalition is not bad, but not all coalitions are built on purpose. Not all align with the mission for a better Nigeria. The 2023 movement, our movement, remains the strongest platform for change, purposeful, people-driven and principled." He wasn't just present, he was home. And he came with a mission to reconcile, to rebuild trust, to reaffirm unity.
To Dr. Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed.
Is this a necessary? The microphone for catch for that side.
National Chairman of Labour Party, National Secretary, Deputy National Chairman, and all co-founders, leaders, state chairmen, secretaries, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the media force. Good afternoon to all of us. I am highly honored to be accorded the privilege of attending this important meeting. Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The successes, the history that Labour Party of Nigeria has recorded is unique and unprecedented. We presented clear records and evidence of 10 million votes scored in the last election, thereafter reduced to 6.1 million votes. And for that, I still remain, Labour Party is not a party to walk away from. The act of state capture is a more onerous task than causing disunity and disaffection among and within political parties. After the tragedy of 2023, Nigeria was promised governance, yet we continued to experience unrelenting, underhand politics going on within the country, within the regions, between the regions, and within the parties. A lot of water, as they say, has passed under the bridge. I'm here as a loyal party member. I am here as a peacemaker, and I'm also here to reconcile divergent opinions. I'm very, very proud to say that I did attend meetings of a certain attempt for coalition in Nigeria. Morally speaking, if your neighborhood invites you to discuss the security, you must attend. However, if you attend and they discuss other matters besides that, you are at liberty to restore yourself to your former position. I have attended and I have listened to the coalition attempts, yet I still remain in Labour Party. I am not one to sleepwalk into any political arrangements. I call on all well-meaning politicians and members of Labour Party not to sleepwalk and allow themselves to be led into what they still are not comfortable with. I must say, in the past, a coalition was made, and in the past, a sitting Nigerian government was voted out. I note with pleasure that this is what we as Labour Party did in 2023 and what we are about to do again in 2027. I note again that the coalition genuinely plans and intends to vote out the misruling APC. However, the government that follows is even more important than the act of removing a government itself. A government was removed, and what followed after was disaster. So I'm saying that I, personally, am more of the opinion that it is the kind of government that we form that is more important to me, not just the act of removing the APC. Having said that, I'm here as a son of Labour Party with a unique intent to bring together all individuals, all persons that might not be on the same page now. I intend to bring all of us together. I intend to reconcile all divergent opinions in Labour Party, and this is what a leader should do. I recognize all that has happened. The Nadi-led factions, the existing Barrister Julius Abure faction, and I recognize legally that what NEC is doing in relating with the Julius Abure faction. I intend to bring everybody together to find a common solution to the problems that have been caused by those who promised governance and ended up politicking across the country and within political parties. And this I do devoid of any personal interest, devoid of any ambition, and devoid of any animosity to any group whatsoever. I am glad also to note that from the comments of my boss, His Excellency Dr. Peter Obi, he still remains in the Labour Party. I intend to bring everybody together for us to sit down and again understand each other better and move forward. Having said all this, I want to hand back the microphone to His Excellency, the Chairman, Barrister Julius Abure, for the community.
His remarks. Without much ado, I want to proceed to the resolution adopted at the end.
The NEC, now energized and focused, moved to take decisive steps. Resolutions were read, votes were cast, the Constitution was upheld. Resolution 1. The so-called renamed Interim National Working Committee declared illegal. It contradicts multiple provisions of the Labour Party Constitution. No rebranding, no renaming can legitimize an unconstitutional reform. Resolution 1. The so-called renamed Interim National Working Committee declared illegal. It contradicts multiple provisions of the Labour Party constitutions. No rebranding, no renaming can legitimize an unconstitutional structure.
State chairmen and secretaries of our party, stakeholders, and all other co-opted members of the National Executive Council. At the end of the meeting, the following resolutions were approved and adopted. The NEC is sectioned after reviewing the purported NEC meeting held in Transcorp on Friday, the 18th of July 2025, condemned the convenance of the meeting and thereafter disassociated itself and the party from the outcome of the so-called NEC meeting, where they renamed their illegal committee set up in Umuahia last year as Interim National Working Committee. NEC notes that no matter how illegality is decorated, no matter how illegality is redesigned, is renamed, it can never become legal. Renaming the Critical Committee as Interim National Working Committee of Labour Party does not remove its illegality. This sitting contravenes the provisions of our Constitution by virtue of Article 14(4)(b). It is only the National Secretary with the approval of the National Chairman of our party who has the powers, who have the responsibility to convene any meeting of the organ. The meeting that was held last week also contravened the provision of Section 82(1)(2)(a) of the Electoral Act 2022, which provides as follows. 1. Every registered political party shall give the Commission, INEC, at least 21 days notice of any convention, progressive conference, or meeting convened for the purpose of merger and electing members of its executive committees and other governing bodies or nominating candidates for any of the elective offices specified under this act. Such notice must be given by the National Chairman and National Secretary of the party. The Commission may, with or without notice to the political party, attend and observe the convention, congresses, conference, or meeting which is convened by a political party for the purpose of A, electing members of the executive committees or other governing bodies. NEC therefore disassociates itself from the meeting held on Friday. NEC section notes that there is no vacuum in the leadership of the party. The party has conducted its national convention in line with the party constitution, the Electoral Act, and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the 27th of March 2024 at Tumewe, Anambra State, which has been validated by the Supreme Court in its judgment of 4th April 2025. Consequently, NEC in section therefore calls on the Honorable Chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to comply with the Supreme Court judgment and all other legal opinions that are presented before him. On the basis of the foregoing, therefore, NEC in section hereby call on all attending members, supporters, and members of the general public to kindly disregard the so-called meeting and its outcome. NEC is section hereby reimpose confidence, the leadership
It was a vote for internal democracy, a vote for order. The national chairman, Barrister Abure, in response spoke from a place of history, of dedication. He reminded the gathering, I have walked this party through the hardest days. I have labored for the Labour Party. I have built it, brick by brick, year by year. I did not come this far to watch it fall backward. I will not betray what we have built. I have paid my dues. I have walked the talk. He stood before NEC, not just as a politician, but it was Datti, Yusuf Ahmed's final call that resonated deepest. He stood before the NEC not just as a politician, but as a patriot, a voice of reason in a season of noise, and he said, we must not sleepwalk into purposeless coalition. Not every handshake is a partnership. Not every union is rooted in progress. We must hold firm to the ideology that brought us here, the ideology of the Labour Party. We must remain consistent, committed, and conscious. It was not a warning, it was a wake-up call. He wasn't just calling for unity, he was calling for ideological permanence. In a political climate where betrayal is easy and loyalty is rare, the Labour Party's NEC meeting stood as a beacon of discipline and of direction. While other parties fracture under the weight of ambition, the Labour Party on July 21st chose reconciliation over rebellion, over other quirks, purpose over politics. It wasn't just a meeting, it was a stand, a statement, a blueprint for future conduct. One thing was clear. The Labour Party is not a platform of convenience. It is a home of conviction, and no amount of noise, propaganda, or pressure will shake that foundation. Julius Abure remains national chairman. Datti Yusuf remains committed. The movement remains alive. The vision remains clear. To the faithful, to the young, to the disappointed and the dreaming, the Labour Party is still your party, and the journey is far from over. And this was the NEC meeting of 21st of July 2025. Not just politics, but purpose. The movement is alive. The vision remains. Labour Party stands. This is Absolute Infinite Focus. Subscribe, share, stay awake, stay focused.